Welcome Park Facebook group to this week's tip of the week. This week we're going to talk about returns. Why might we talk about returns? Well, I have Nate Lommel, the leader of our tech support department, and many times in the process of troubleshooting a problem with your machine, we might have it dialed in to where it's either the motor, a cable, or a drive. That's just an example. When we know we need to send one of them, we don't typically just pick and guess. Let's see if it's the motor. We send all three, so that next morning when UPS shows up, we can almost be assured that you'll be up and running pretty quickly. But with that usually comes the need to return two parts. So in order to make that simple, easy, we've developed a process here at Park, and Nate's going to walk you through it. But what we want it to be is easy for you, simple, and them parts just make it back, get returned, and we don't have a whole bunch more phone calls back and forth trying to figure out where them things are, or where they're at in the process, so on and so forth. We want you to send them back and basically be able to forget about them. So Nate, do you want to talk to our Facebook group about how to do that?
Yeah, thank you, Joe. So to help you better understand our process for returning parts, obviously as Joe mentioned, we're going to send you as many parts as we can to help you get up and running the next day. Obviously they're going to expect some returns to come back to us. So once we reach that stage of the game, we would ask you that you call your Park technician. Hey, Mr. Technician, I want to send back these cables or drive, whatever's unused. Our Park technicians will create an RMA, which is our return material authorization paperwork, which has all the information as far as your company, your contacts, and the actual parts coming back there. They will email you that paperwork. We do ask that you then put that paperwork in the box with the parts coming back to Park Industries. Along with that, kind of a note that when you are packaging up your parts, make sure they are in the original boxes, all the components are returned with them. Even make sure that we're packaging them nice and secure and padded. They do come back through UPS, which is on a truck conveyor, so they do get bounced and bumped around. So making sure we're taking care of those so we're getting good parts back, we can give full credit. Once those parts do come back to Park Industries, they land on a pallet racking in our warehouse areas. We try to process them as quickly as you can, but the idea is the warehouse guys open the box, they can pull out that paperwork, know everything that's going on with the paperwork as far as where it's from, the parts, are those going back to inventory for credit? Do they need to go back to repair, whether through Park or some other sources? So it gives us a good, clear direction of what needs to happen with that park once it lands on our docks. So helps us expedite the process, make sure we're getting parts tracked to the correct customers, helps you guys get your invoices or return parts credited as soon as we can. So kind of a general overview of our process. There again, big thing is that paperwork is very critical for you and for us to make sure things go smoothly. So appreciate your time. Thank you. And I'll turn it back over to Joe for a little bit.
Yeah, very good. So since we're talking about parts today with Nate, just to give you a little bit of perspective, in parts, whether it's consumable repair parts, Park has a lot of machines out in the field, operating day in and day out. We ship somewhere around 100 boxes, give or take, every day just to go out to customers to support that. Now the boxes coming in might be returns, but realistically, there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of boxes that hit our dock every day to support the production of new machines, them new machines that are going out to customers. Since we have a few minutes, let's walk out, take a look at that parts department. We'll also walk by final assembly, and maybe Nate will give you a couple highlights as we walk by.
So as Joe mentioned previously, so this bay here is our assembly area. These are where the machines reach final assembly, wiring. They'll come down here. Ultimately behind you will be our loading bay, where they will hit the truck and get delivered to your doorstep. So this is the spot in our warehouse that is dedicated strictly to customer returns. So see our pallet racking, we've got a few boxes on the shelf here ready for processing. So you can see everything kind of gets labeled, but this is ultimately where they land. Here where the technician or the warehouse guys would come out, open that box, read the RMA paperwork, and ultimately process that return for you.
Thanks, Nate. And while we're out here, why don't we just show our customers the heart and soul of Park's shipping department. Here's where they box everything up, get it ready to ship out to you. It's also where they receive the components to build new machines, replenish inventory for shipping parts. As you can see, there's many pallet racks full of different items, plus what we call RemStar, which is an automated parts storage device, which literally stores hundreds of thousands of parts in it.
Should have beat the horn. Boop, boop.